One of rugby's great rivalries, great trophies, the Bledisloe Cup, Wallabies versus the All Blacks. From the days of the Summit rugby ball and the days of the yellow Adidas rugby ball, it doesn't get better, man. It brings me back this big, waking up early in South Africa to watch the Bledisloe Cup games. Fantastic, always been good rugby. For the first time in 15 years, the All Blacks have given up or have lost the Freedom Cup. Could this be the year they lose the Bledisloe Cup? The Wallabies haven't seen the Bledisloe Cup or touched the Bledisloe Cup in 22 years. And next week, the Bledisloe Cup, that rivalry starts all over again. And I think my biggest question to All Blacks fans is, what if Wallabies regain that Bledisloe Cup? What if the All Blacks lose the Bledisloe Cup this year? Do you still trust in Razor and his coaching staff and how he wants to play the game and how he wants to build the squad for the All Blacks? But before we get into any of that, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do Wallabies stand a chance of grabbing that Bledisloe Cup again? Is it just wishful thinking? This is up for discussion. Love chatting about it all. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Hit that subscribe while you're there. Let's get into it. All Blacks and Wallabies have the same win-lose stats this year in the Rugby Championship. Both teams have lost to the Springboks and both teams have won one game versus Los Pumas and lost one game versus Los Pumas. Both new coaches starting up this year. Joe Schmidt for the Wallabies, Scott Robertson for the All Blacks. So again, this is all up for discussion. I'm on neither side. I love looking at it straight down the barrel. Who's got the best opportunity to win these games or win the Bledisloe Cup games? It's always fantastic. As a rugby fan, love to see these rivalries grow up over the years, growing up over the years, watching it, not really understanding how much it means until you start living here in Australia. And for as long as some people have been alive, the Wallabies haven't touched the Bledisloe Cup. It's been 22 years, 2002 in Sydney. The Matthew Burke, the kick, last time the Wallabies have touched the Bledisloe Cup trophy. That is insane. That's wild. That is wild. It just shows the dominance of New Zealand, or New Zealand have had in rugby for the past 2 decades. Crazy to me, crazy to think. Scott Robertson's first year as coach has been a baptism of fire. He's obviously come into this with a ton of expectation, bringing obviously what he's done with the Crusaders. He's also come into, and he will know this more than anyone else, come into the head coach of the All Blacks with fans that expect, they expect this. Regardless of rebuilding, let's be honest, guys, regardless of a rebuilding, fans are expecting this. They're a bit more, I feel like from what I've seen on comments and interactions, Kiwis fans or All Blacks fans are a lot more understanding of the rebuild in a sense. They have lost a lot of key quality experienced players and have given, I wouldn't say slack, but they have given the benefit of the doubt to Razor Robertson, but the expectations are high, and they should be. One of the best rugby nations, if not the best rugby nation over the past 50 to 100 years. You want your team to be doing well. They did well. Baptism of fire, like to start off your coaching career versus England, tough gig, come away with 2 wins, beat Fiji in America, then first loss versus Los Pumas in New Zealand. That was a tough one, a bitter pill to swallow in your backyard. Come out the next week and absolutely pumped Argentina, then went over to South Africa and lost 2 games versus the number 1 in the world. That first game, the first test, probably biting them in the ass a little bit. They're probably kicking themselves over that. They should have won that first test in Ellis Park. They should have won that one. They had that one till the 65th minute mark. And that's the thing with rugby, 80-minute game. So there's lots of things that you can hold on to, the positive side of things. But on the other side of it, then you look at Joe Schmidt, also come in, brand new coach, new coaching systems, new way of wanting to play. Come out, they beat Wales only just in those 2 tests, but still beat them. Beat Georgia, also kind of only just, it was tight, and then it kind of blew out at the end. And then lost 2 games versus Springboks, kind of given number 1 in the world. And then beat Argentina by 1 point, and then got absolutely thumped on the weekend that passed by Argentina. They lost, so All Blacks have lost the Freedom Cup. Again, lost 15 years? They lost the Freedom Cup. The first time, or the last time South Africa had the Freedom Cup, listen to this, Siya Kolisi was in year 12. He was still at school the last time South Africa had the Freedom Cup. So it just shows around that gap of how strong New Zealand rugby has been for the past 20 or so years. The dominance All Blacks have shown over the last 20 plus years, obviously overall, like one of the best rugby nations there is, but specifically the last 20 plus years has been out of this world type stuff, like untouchable sort of thing. But with that much change going on this year, could we potentially see a change in the Bledisloe Cup holder? My biggest question then is, okay, hypothetically speaking, my biggest question to All Blacks fans, what if Razor does lose the Bledisloe Cup? What if the All Blacks do lose the Bledisloe Cup? What do we still do? Are All Blacks fans still trusting the process? Do we still trust in, or do All Blacks fans still trust in how Razor wants to play, or what he's doing with this squad, and how he wants to build the All Black, the rugby, the All Black emblem, that All Black, just the pride in it. And it's so hard. I'm throwing around big words because it's so hard to see the All Blacks lose anything in a way, because for so long they've just been such this dominant force, and it's been a non-negotiable winning. That's it. But now slowly the cracks are starting to come in, and I wouldn't say it's not big cracks. We're talking now All Blacks, they've just lost to number 1 in the world, the Springboks, right? But it's how the losing is happening. When All Blacks get a lead, the 65th minute mark, they're leading at that point. They're icing those games. They're coming out and smoking those games. It's just how some of the games are being lost, the decision-making around certain penalties or certain ways of how they want to play. So my biggest question is, and again, it's hypothetical. I'm a content creator. I love talking about it. So I love talking about the what ifs, the what nots. I think for this Bledisloe Cup, this year's one, the pressure is massively on the All Blacks. They've got all to lose for it. That record of having the Bledisloe for that long, what's going on in New Zealand rugby at the moment. On the other hand, Joe Schmidt, not many people are expecting him to win this at all. They are massively in a rebuilding phase. Everyone knows that. Where I think, on the other hand, for All Blacks, it's a half of the fans think it's a rebuilding phase. The other half expect them just to do well right off the bat. So it's a tough one. I think Razor and the squad will definitely be feeling the pressure going into this one. I think they will be too strong for the Wallabies side. But again, who knows, man? 2 brand new coaches with different ways of how they're wanting to play. They've both had the same amount of games leading up to it. You could say All Blacks probably have a little bit more experience within the squad, where the Wallabies have debutanted. I don't even know the word. Debuted. I think that's it. 14 or 12 players this year. It could even be more. It's a record for them. The most players they've ever debuted in a year. So you could argue that All Blacks have got more experience within the squad. my biggest thing is, what if New Zealand lose the Bledisloe Cup? What then for Razor? Do you still trust in Razor? Do we still see, do All Blacks fans still see where he's trying to go with the squad? Or is this Bledisloe Cup game a non-negotiable? He has to win it. That's these games. The Bledisloe Cup, is that a non-negotiable? That's probably my biggest question with this. And I've asked the biggest question right at the end of the video. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is this, what if, is the biggest question is the what if. Let me know, what if the All Blacks lose the Bledisloe Cup? Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? Who wins it? Hit that subscribe while you're there, and I'll see you next time. Bye.